Welcome to Northland Basketball, presented by Sports Zone Radio. Exclusive coverage of Navajo Nation and White Mountains varsity basketball online at sportszone123.com and on the Sports Zone Radio smartphone app. And now, it's time for Northland Basketball.
Welcome in, everybody, to Show Low High School for tonight's broadcast of Northland Basketball. Welcome in to the home of the Show Low Cougars. It's Hatch Toyota Arena. And this big broadcast and showdown between the number 4 ranked Show Low Lady Cougars and the number 15 Holbrook Roadrunners. My name is Floyd Simmons, welcoming you into our courtside location where the starting lineups are being introduced. And we're just about ready to get underway on this one. Well, I said it. Show Low is ranked number 4 in the state, and that's in 3A basketball. The Roadrunners are ranked number 15 now. There is this also to consider, and that is that there's another ranking to be concerned with, and that is the copper rankings. Okay, and so what does that look like? Where does Show Low stack up in the copper rankings? And that's, of course, for that small school open tournament they'll have at the end of the year. Well, the Show Low Cougars are ranked number 8 in the state in the copper, so that's a 4-position drop from the 3A. The Holbrook Roadrunners, they are not ranked. And in all likelihood, no matter what the rest of the season holds for Holbrook, it doesn't look like they're going to make enough of a push to be considered and make that top 8 or top 16 and possibly get into the copper tournament. Just another additional tournament opportunity for the schools in Arizona. Still trying to figure out how many people think that it adds or detracts from all that goes on in the state. You see the starters for the Show Low Cougars, which we'll announce here as we get underway with the opening tip in a moment. We're just about ready to go. Overall records coming into the game. Show Low's got an 11-8 record. The Roadrunners, they are 11-10. So a pair of 11-win teams coming in. Give me the right handshake right there. Hey, how you doing? The officials stopped on by and gave a little handshake. There's the head coach for the Roadrunners, Greg Perkins, the longtime head coach. I don't know. How many years has Greg been the head coach of the Lady Roadrunners? I got to believe it's the 20-ish year range. He also coached the boys team many years ago. And he may have, I think, spent 2 different stints as the head coach. As you see the opening tip, controlled by the Show Low Cougars. And it gets us underway, everybody, on another broadcast of Northland Basketball, exclusively here presented by the Sports Zone and the Show Low Lady Cougars. We'll see if they can open up and get the first score of the game on this opening possession. Step back, jump shot is good. How about that? Good looking release and the nice make for the points for the Lady Cougars. About a 16-footer from the right side. It's Lacey Peter. Lacey Peter with the first Show Low points. Lacey, number 11 out there for the Cougars, joins that defender right there with the block shot. Great job by Reese Hatch. Reese blocking that, stepping out, covering some great ground right there to get the block and give her team possession of the ball again. So you've got, like I said, Lacey Peter, number 11. You've got that young lady there, Reese Hatch, number 14 in the starting lineup. Also out there for the Show Low Lady Cougars, the twin sisters, number 2, Jaylee Boyce, and number 3, Jordan Boyce, who throws this inbound pass into backcourt, and it's tracked down by Jaylee. And then the other starter, the 5th starter for the Show Low Cougars is number 12. That is Tatum Moore, who gets the basketball, and then drops a pass toward the low blocks to Reese Hatch, who sets then a screen after a return pass out to Tatum, and then she'll step on the baseline, or actually traveled with the basketball. And after a 2-0 start here for the Lady Cougars, they're going to give the ball up. And the Roadrunners are going to see if they can get some offense started here in this one at Show Low. And the starters for the Roadrunners include the ball handler there. That is Well, I thought I had her on my list. I'm going to have to do a modification on the roster. And I'm going to wag my finger at head coach Greg Perkins over there for the Roadrunners as you take a look at Christy Francis instructing her Show Low team. There's Coach Perkins. I'm going to wag my finger at you, Coach Perkins. He told me, the roster's all the same as the last time we saw him. In fact, he said the only changes maybe there are 2 ladies, including a starter, not able to play tonight for the Roadrunners, and that would be the only changes. Well, guess what, Coach? There's no number 44 for us. Oh, I see what's going on. Maybe he did do me right. I got the Monument Valley roster, you people. How did I end up doing that? Forgive me, Coach Perkins. Forgive me for besmirching your good name. Ball tied up in the paint there. All right, let me get this again here. That's what I did. I grabbed the wrong side of the board. Boy, I tell you. If Coach Perkins goes back and watches this broadcast, he's going to be giving me one of those late night phone calls. So we have to have a talk, man. All right. Bailey Williams is the number 44 for the Holbrook Roadrunners. I knew who she was. Forgive me, please. Number 20, Maya Francisco in the Holbrook starting lineup. Also number 10, Channing Harrington right here, who scored 20 in that game we covered with Holbrook earlier against Monument Valley. That was earlier this month. Here's a jump shot. That one away, and it's right on the money for Maya Francisco, and she's got her first points. Holbrook's got an early lead in this one. They lead 3-2 now. Also in the starting lineup for the Roadrunners, number 12, Sammy Thomas, who steps in there in front of that pass, takes it away, get the steal. And then number 22, Angelica Urango Williams for the Roadrunners. And Coach Perkins, their lineup here as we get down to the 5:08 mark, 5 minutes and 8 seconds on the clock here in the first quarter of this matchup between the Show Low Lady Cougars, the Holbrook Roadrunners. Thanks for joining us on the Sports Zone Radio YouTube channel for the broadcast, and for those listening as you're driving along in the White Mountains, maybe you're listening at home on your FM radio, solid state transistor radio. Thanks for joining us on Mix 98 KRFM Show Low, the broadcast home of the Sports Zone. There's a jump shot from the left corner, and that's no good for Sammy Thomas, but the Roadrunners get it back, and Francisco is going to drive in and get called for the travel. Back to the Cougars. And the Boys sisters working together to get the ball into front court against the Holbrook press. Here's a give and go, and it's knocked out of bounds. Stepping in defensively to make a play was Harrington. Cougars call it out. Jordan Boyce into Reese Hatch, and Reese is fouled. The first whistle for a foul in the game, and that goes against Urango Williams of Holbrook. It's a shooting foul. And after kind of a slow start in this one, just a single field goal for each team through 3.5 minutes of basketball. Show Low at the line to try to tie this thing up. And Reese misses on the first one, and she'll get a nice little roll in there on the second to tie this game. So we're at 3 apiece, everybody. Holbrook's inbound against the full court Show Low press. And Bailey Williams is in trouble in backcourt. Got to get it across, running out of time, and they just did beat that 10-second count. Here's Francisco with a jump shot from the right corner. And after a battle for that rebound, the Roadrunners come up with it. They're going to get another offense? No, they're not going to. I thought they had the offensive rebound for yet another try. And it's getting a little physical out there right now. Nice transition basket. Give the assist to Tatum Moore. She bounced it across the paint to Reese Hatch, and Hatch was right there to put it in. Reese helps give Show Low back their lead here. 5-3. 5-3 early on here. 3 minutes and 35 seconds on the clock in the first quarter. And a runner that goes up, and Harrington is able to cash it in for the Roadrunners. Tie the game at 5. We'll see our first substitution. It'll be the Roadrunners bringing somebody in here. And on this dead ball right here, Show Low bounces one up the floor and throws it out of bounds. Show Low's going to bring somebody off the bench as well. For the Cougars, it's Riley Gaston. Riley Gaston, number 1. She steps in as you are here with us at Hatch Toyota Arena for this broadcast of Northland Basketball. So Gaston joins the lineup for Christy Francis. On the other side for the Roadrunners, Casey Sosi has come into the game. Casey Sosi, number 42. Here's Bailey Williams on the drive, and there were just too many defenders right there. Tatum Moore got a chunk of that ball on the way up. Reese Hatch brought it down, and the Cougars go to work. Jump shot. The quick release for Jaylee Boyce will not land. Roadrunners pushing up the floor, and Harrington's pass. Too much on it. It looks like the Show Low Cougars are going to get the basketball. I thought that Tatum Moore running down defensively, I thought she was able to deflect it, tip the pass out, but I guess the official said Holbrook still got a hand on it on the way out. So it's going to be the Roadrunners basketball eventually. Nice heads-up play by Bailey Williams. And the inbound. Channing Harrington sets up on the left angle, and her bounce pass is stolen by Riley Gaston. And Gaston has her pass knocked out. Riley got she's got a forearm, I think, to the choppers there. Inbound, long pass. Tatum Moore is back behind the entire defense, and it's going to stay in for almost laid it in with a little too much oomph on it, but it did stay in the cylinder for Tatum. And with 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter, in a back and forth start to this game, Show Low is back in front, and then a fine defensive play by Jaylee Boyce to disrupt Bailey Williams' dribble. And then she tied it up. Basketball belongs to the Lady Cougars. Into front court. Lacey Peter gives it up. Way out on top is Tatum Moore. Holbrook is challenging all the way out there. A good 10 feet outside the perimeter. Cougar miss. Roadrunner rebound. Channing Harrington stops, and she lets it fly from the left side, and that's no good there. And with that, Christy Francis has seen enough. She wants a timeout with her team in front by 2. Stand by. It's Northland Basketball, presented by the Sports Zone.
It started with a dream. Simple, honest, and rooted in the White Mountains of Arizona. That dream shaped legends, and those legends built Perkins Cinders. Through decades of ethic and hard work, the business became more than a name. Perkins Cinders, built by legends, driven by purpose.
Step into the world where every bloom tells a story at the Bloom House Floral Design Shop. From enchanting decor to lifelike artificial florals that stay stunning year-round, we craft magic for your home, your holidays, and your biggest moments. Need a custom arrangement or a centerpiece that wows? We'll design it just for you. No fairy godmother required. The Bloom House, located in Pinetop and Show Low, is where imagination blossoms and every day becomes more beautiful.
Well, thanks a lot to the Bloomhouse Floral Design Shop for their sponsoring partnership with Northland Basketball here at the Sports Zone. We thank all of our fantastic sponsors and partners that make it possible. People like Show Low Ford. Thank you so much to Show Low Ford for the assistance. There's all my grandkids in one shot. Okay, I'll see all those 5 right there. See that group of ruffians? So those are all my grandkids right there. One of them just got hit with the basketball. That was Allie, who popped up first on your screen right there, but she's okay. And now the kids got their money, and they're going to head to the concessions, and they better bring something back for Papa. Papa deserves a treat. Here's a jump shot that goes up, bounces around for Riley Gaston, and that will not go in. Bailey Williams cleans it up, the rebound for the Roadrunners. And we go under 1 minute. 1 minute remaining here in the opening quarter of this girls basketball game at Show Low High School. Ball out on top. Harrington with the head fake. Good job by Jaylee Boyce to gather herself back in and stay there on defense with Harrington, and that did not present an opportunity inside. Ball did get tipped out of bounds, and an inbound play coming up for the Roadrunners. Jaylee checks out of the game in the final seconds of the quarter. Get a rest here. And a quick little shot inside the paint is no good for the Roadrunners. Neither team has really got a run going yet here offensively. Under a half a minute in the corner now. And a drop pass inside that goes off of Riley Gaston's fingertips. Out of bounds. Back to now the Roadrunners and see what they can do in the final 25 and a half seconds. No shot clock right here. At the end of our game, at the conclusion of our broadcast, we always present the Sports Zone's Player of the Game. That'll be presented, as always, by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. As this ball gets knocked around, Harrington up with it for Holbrook, and the shot is no good, but she gets a shooting foul out of it. And it was Kinsey Frost. Kinsey came in a moment ago for Show Low, replacing Jaylee Boyce to close out the quarter, and just like that, she commits her first foul of the game. And it gives the Roadrunners an opportunity right here, see if they can tie it as we close out the quarter. And he'll take a step toward that with a made free throw. Watch it again. Let's look for contact. Just a little reach in there, get a little bit of contact on the forearm. Enough to earn these two foul shots. And we'll see if Channing is able to tie the game. Perfect. Tied at 7, final 8 seconds right here of the first quarter. Lacey Peter struggles, lost the dribble. Holbrook's got it, run out of time in backcourt. And that's how the first quarter ends. A great start to this one. Number 4 ranked Show Low. Number 15 Holbrook, tied at 7, everybody. Stand by for the second quarter. More Northland Basketball presented by the Sports Zone coming right up.
George Strait, Miranda Lambert, and $1,000 cash. With any windshield replacement, you start with 2 delicious dinners at Los Corrales and 2 movie tickets to the WME theaters.
I love you so much.
And this year's big Valentine giveaway is one you'll never forget when you pick up 2 ground floor up close and personal tickets to see the King of Country, George Strait, live in concert. Joined by the incredible Miranda Lambert and $1,000 cash.
Honey, you're the best!
Fix your windshield, get an amazing date night, and maybe win the concert trip of a lifetime. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint today. You know the jingle.
Just call 536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Second quarter now underway here. The girls varsity game tonight at Show Low High School. Northland Basketball presented by the Sports Zone. Thank you to Holbrook Family Dentistry for their sponsoring partnership. Dr. Jason Lyman and his great staff and his partners there at Holbrook Family Dentistry. It's a group of dentists that they do, that's full service dental practice. They do everything. And, a lot of dental practices anymore, they specialize. And I'm going to send you out to other people to get a lot of work done. But at Holbrook Family Dentistry, they'll do just about everything you need. As you watch Holbrook with a great outlet pass and Bailey Williams able to finish at the end of it. The Roadrunners are back in front here as the second quarter gets underway. Our score is 9-7. So again, thank you, Holbrook Family Dentistry, for the sponsoring partnership of Northland Basketball. On the way in, shot good for the Jordan boys. See, I was talking with head coach Greg Perkins about Show Low before the game, and he has such high regard for the speed and the athleticism of the Lady Cougars. And, calling out particularly the boys' twins. As you watch his young lady, Channing Harrington, knock down her first 3 of the game. Channing looking great on the release, got a lot of elevation, and obviously the swish was right on the money. Channing's got 7 early points for the Lady Roadrunners. Tatum Moore trying to work her way down to the baseline, and she's going to get a pass, or at least attempt to pass out back outside to Kinsey Frost. And a good diving play defensively by Sammy Thomas. Look at the elevation on that on the shot there. Good defensive play by Thomas, as I mentioned, knocked it out of bounds. And Show Low's got a reset here, and they've only got now 12 seconds on the shot clock. May not matter. There goes the shot there. And that'll reset it if Show Low gets this rebound, which they don't. It looked like it got, well, I thought it was kicked off Holbrook, but the official says nope. That is Show Low's, oh, okay, that's right. I did say Holbrook. Yeah, kicked off Holbrook, so Show Low gets to keep it. I had my bearings a little bit backwards on that. 6 minutes and 10 seconds. 10 seconds on the clock in the second quarter. On our way to the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tints halftime report. As you get a shot block, checking in for the Cougars, Sophie Seabaugh, number 30, and her first shot attempt was rejected by the Holbrook defense. And then Holbrook gives it back on a travel call. And with 5:55 remaining in the second quarter, it is Show Low's basketball, and they walk it into front courts. Pick up the ball, set something up. Kinsey Frost way out on top of the key to Tatum Moore. And then a three goes up, and that is good for Jaylee Boyce, her first points tonight. And it's good from the right angle, that three-point shot. Tie it again. We're tied at 12. This back and forth game. They keep trading leads, or just going back and forth, keeping it. They've been keeping it at a one-score game. I think the entire time. I don't think anybody's had a two-score lead, have they? So far in this one. It's Show Low that got out in front first. They had a 2-0 lead for a while, and then Holbrook got a 3-2 lead. And it's just kind of been just like that. One team pulls ahead, the other team ties them up. Here's a tie-up of the physical variety out on the floor. And that's a jump ball. And multiple changes. Show Low brought 2 ladies in. Holbrook brought 2 ladies as well into the game. Let me check the lineups out there on the floor as Jordan Boyce looks to throw it in, and she gets it into Jaylee Boyce. Tatum Moore is out there as well. Also on the floor is Reese Hatch. Reese Hatch, number 14, and that leaves one other Show Low Cougar for Coach Christy Francis. Coming into the game for the first time now is number 10, Tiara Paxson. Paxson on the floor for the Roadrunners, and she's wearing a face guard. Looks like she may have injured her nose, perhaps, at some point. So she's got that face protection, which our viewers can see, and if you're listening on radio, you're just going to have to take my word for it. For the Roadrunners, Channing Harrington on the floor. Sammy Thomas out there, also Angelica Urenga-Williams. In for Greg Perkins in his lineup. Number 50, Farah Natoni has come in. Natoni has made her first appearance into the game for the Roadrunners. And number 42, Casey Sosi. 3 of the original Roadrunner starters. And I think Jordan Boyce may have just gotten away with she just got a quick extra jab step in there, goes into the paint. There's contact, and she is going to the line on a Urenga-Williams personal foul, second of the game on her. And we have had just so few whistles called. We're almost halfway through the quarter. That is the second foul on the Roadrunners, and I think both of those were on Urenga-Williams. Well, no, they say that she's only got 1. I thought I had her for 2, but I guess she only has 1. Show Low has not committed a foul in the quarter. Meanwhile, Jordan at the line made 1 of 2 for the Cougars. They lead 13-12, and if the script stays true for this possession for the Roadrunners, they're probably going to score And on a second chance, they didn't get the field goal, but they're going to the foul line. They got an offensive rebound. And Heidi Bahi, number 24 for Holbrook, making her first appearance into the game, is quickly fouled, and she is going to go to the line. It was Tiara Paxson who committed Show Low's first foul of the second quarter. This game is a stark contrast to the game in Snowflake that we called just a few nights ago. And by the way, Bahi was unable to make either one of those Holbrook free throws, so Show Low maintains their slim lead. They're on top 13-12, but getting few calls, few whistles, few fouls registered in this game. So there's one. There's a shooting foul. That'll send Tiara Paxson to the free throw line for Show Low, and the lady that picked up the foul is Heidi Bahi. So Bahi's got her first foul of the game. Now starting to get a few more whistles here, but by this point of the girls' game at Snowflake a couple of nights ago, there were so many more fouls called, and it was both games, just one of those nights, I guess. The whistles were never ending that night, it just seems. Show Low gets 1 out of 2, and they've got that 14-12 lead that you see on the video if you're watching on the Sports Zone Radio YouTube channel. Just past the halfway mark of the quarter, the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tints halftime report is on the way. Channing Harrington with the little mid-range sliding jump shot. It's good. And guess what the Roadrunners have done? True to form in this game, they have tied the game. We're tied at 14. I just don't recall. I don't think anybody has gotten more than a one-possession lead in this game so far. That one from the corner, no good for Paxson. It's rebounded by the Roadrunners. Natoni has it. And then up the floor it goes. Harrington. Harrington to Bahi, back to Channing. Looking for she was trying to get a screen and come off that for a three. It wasn't there. Good defense by Show Low. Bailey Williams now working with it. 15 on the shot clock for the Roadrunners. And a bounce pass in the paint that is stolen by Tiara Paxson. Show Low will go in front. No, not going to make it. It's a pretty good move by Jordan Boyce to go around the defender, and I just thought that was going to happen for her. Turns out it was a little too much mustard on it. That's spicy mustard. Rolled off the front lip. And the Cougars look to get it in. They just beat the 5-second. Riley Gaston now outside, and a three is good for Tatum Moore. Tatum, that great post player for Show Low, showing a range. And they shot from downtown. Well, I guess the foot was on the line. I thought that was a three. So foot on the line, it's a 2, and it's 16-14. Show Low in front. Roadrunners working it. Stolen by Show Low. Taken away by Jordan Boyce, and she'll go coast to coast, and that one is just going to come up short for her. Last time her shot was a little too much. This time a little too little, and you know what? Good tenacious Show Low defense in backcourt. They'll get it back. Jordan's shot no good. Jaylee the follow for Show Low. That one is going to miss, but Riley Gaston is there to scoop it up. Show Low remains in possession, and a nice bounce on the interior jump shot for Tatum Moore. She was just a couple of feet, well, I mean, a little more than a couple, maybe 6-8 feet from the basket, and her shot was nicely in. And look at this, 2-possession scoring lead right now for the Cougars. They are in front by 4, marking the biggest lead anybody has had here in the first half of this game. Bailey Williams with a little wraparound pass to Harrington. Back outside to Bailey, and then down on the baseline, Farah Natoni's shot is no good. Is that Farah? Yeah, it was that Farah down there. We are officially at the 1-minute mark here of the first half. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint halftime report on the way. Jaylee Boyce for 3 off the back iron. Gaston flies in, gets the rebound. Her shot is no good. Channing Harrington will come out of it with the basketball. Reese Hatch with some good defense. Tipped the pass. She tracks it down in the corner. Show Low a chance to go up. 3 scores right here. They're going to get a second chance after an early miss. And this time Jordan Boyce makes good on it. 20 seconds remaining in the quarter. Show Low's gone on a 6-0 run. Marks the first time anybody has gotten any measure of an offensive run in this game. And another takeaway. A steal. Got some time. Got to hurry. Now 3 seconds. Right side, Tatum Moore pulls up for 3. And at the buzzer, the Cougars are unable to connect on that shot. But they put it together in the final, 90 seconds or so to get a 20-14 halftime lead. The Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint halftime report is on the way, everybody. Show Low 20, Holbrook 14. Back with more of the Northland Basketball Sports Zone broadcast here. Stand by.
Holbrook Family Dentistry is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio's Northland Basketball. They've been serving Holbrook and the surrounding area since 2000, and they cheer for all our local teams and love it when the North succeeds. Holbrook Family Dentistry's 3 dentists are all general dentists from our local area, so they can perform most type of procedures in-house. They pride themselves on their ethics and kindness and genuinely love working with the communities of Northern Arizona. Come see us at Holbrook Family Dentistry on Iowa Street in Holbrook or call 928-524-6854.
Folks, let me tell you, nobody does aggregates like Perkins Aggregates. People, they come up to me and they say, how do they do it? It's simple. They've got the best people, the most professional drivers, and customer service that's absolutely tremendous. I mean, these guys deliver affordable, big, beautiful rock and concrete materials. Everyone's talking about it, so if you want quality, come get a load of this. Call Perkins Aggregates. And if you know anything about me, it's that I'm a winner, and I know winners. And these guys, they're winners.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Show Low Ford. Show Low Ford has the best deals. Not only does Show Low Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Show Low Ford sells the best at the best price. Show Low Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at showlowford.com.
According to eyewitnesses, the guy went in and didn't come out. That was 2 days ago. His wife is worried. His boss has called. The latest report says he didn't know what hit him. A Lazy Boy recliner called his name, and that was that. This may be a hostage situation. For the best selection of Lazy Boy recliners, sofas, and sectionals, head to the Furniture Gallery, where they have furniture so comfortable, it's almost a crime.
George Strait, Miranda Lambert, and $1,000 cash. With any windshield replacement, you start with 2 delicious dinners at Los Corrales and 2 movie tickets to the WME theaters.
I love you so, so much.
And this year's big Valentine giveaway is one you'll never forget when you pick up 2 ground floor up close and personal tickets to see the King of Country, George Strait, live in concert. Joined by the incredible Miranda Lambert and $1,000 cash.
Honey, you're the best!
Fix your windshield, get an amazing date night, and maybe win the concert trip of a lifetime. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint today. You know the jingle.
Just call 536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Welcome to the Mountain Mobile Halftime. A complete first half breakdown of tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week broadcast. This is the Mountain Mobile Halftime.
Well, hey everybody, and welcome back to Show Low High School for tonight's broadcast of Northland Basketball here at the Sports Zone. And they know this place is Hatch Toyota Arena. Well, Floyd Simmons here to get underway with the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint halftime report. As you look at some of the action from the first half of a Show Low 20-14 halftime lead. This game was tied at 14, and then right there down the stretch, you had a couple of big shots there to close out the half by Tatum Moore. You also had Jordan Boyce chipping in right there in the final moments. And the Cougars went on the game's only offensive run. It was a 6-0 run by the Cougars to close out the half, to go from a 14-14 tie to 20-14 as we bring you the report now here at halftime. So for the Cougars, they are led in scoring by Tatum Moore. Tatum has scored 6 so far. Jordan Boyce has 5 points. All of her points came in the second quarter. 3 points for Jaylee Boyce on a 3-point basket. Reese Hatch has 3 points as well. Lacey Peter with 2 points, and the final point belongs to Tiara Paxton. The Cougars have registered 1 single 3-point basket in that first half. I mentioned it was Jaylee Boyce, and it accounted for all of her points. Holbrook has 2 threes in the first half, but they have struggled to find any consistency. The lady who leads the scoring is Channing Harrington. She's got 9 first-half points, including a 3-point basket. And then the other 3-point basket belongs to Maya Francisco, and that accounts for all of her points, just 3 points. And then Bailey Williams has the remaining 2 points for the Roadrunners. So you can see, I mean, not only is it just that they haven't scored, they haven't had a lot of ladies in the scoring column, but 2 of the ladies of the 3 that have points have only hit 1 field goal each. So that's why you only get 14 points, and the Roadrunners are going to have to try to figure some things out and get the jump shot going. If Holbrook is hot from the outside, that's when they really start to make things happen. And that's kind of what the offense is designed to do. The Holbrook boys who are warming up right now, it's kind of the same thing with them. They're all about shooting from the outside and trying to make sure that they can find their zone, find their range. When it happens, obviously good things happen. And when you do have a size deficit, which we will see in the boys' game, you got to hit those kinds of shots. We all know that. Let me see if I've got something, maybe we'll spice up the second half of this game, or maybe the boys' game coming up, see if we've got something we can give away. Do a little something, get you involved out there as you listen to and watch our broadcast here of Northland Basketball from Show Low High School tonight. At halftime, Show Low, the number 4 ranked team in 3A basketball, leads the number 15 Holbrook Lady Roadrunners 20-14. That'll wrap up our halftime report. Halftime breakdown on the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint halftime. We'll have the second half underway here in just a few moments. Here it's Northland Basketball, presented by the Sports Zone.
George Strait, Miranda Lambert, and $1,000 cash. With any windshield replacement, you start with 2 delicious dinners at Los Corrales and 2 movie tickets to the WME theaters.
I love you so much.
And this year's big Valentine giveaway is one you'll never forget when you pick up 2 ground floor up close and personal tickets to see the King of Country, George Strait, live in concert. Joined by the incredible Miranda Lambert and $1,000 cash.
Honey, you're the best!
Fix your windshield, get an amazing date night, and maybe win the concert trip of a lifetime. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint today. You know the jingle.
Just call 536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Holbrook Family Dentistry is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio's Northland Basketball. They've been serving Holbrook and the surrounding area since 2000, and they cheer for all our local teams and love it when the North succeeds. Holbrook Family Dentistry's 3 dentists are all general dentists from our local area, so they can perform most type of procedures in-house. They pride themselves on their ethics and kindness and genuinely love working with the communities of Northern Arizona. Come see us at Holbrook Family Dentistry on Iowa Street in Holbrook, or call 928-524-6854.
According to eyewitnesses, the guy went in and didn't come out. That was 2 days ago. His wife is worried. His boss has called. The latest report says he didn't know what hit him. A Lazy Boy recliner called his name, and that was that. This may be a hostage situation. For the best selection of Lazy Boy recliners, sofas, and sectionals, head to the Furniture Gallery, where they have furniture so comfortable, it's almost a crime.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Show Low Ford. Show Low Ford has the best deals. Not only does Show Low Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Show Low Ford sells the best at the best price. Show Low Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at showlowford.com.
Well, we're just about ready to go here for the second half. Coach Perkins using as much time as they are going to let him have to give final instructions for his Lady Roadrunners as they get ready to go out. See if they can erase that 6-point deficit that Holbrook surrendered in the final seconds of the first half. Good run there by the Lady Cougars. Show Low. It is Holbrook with the ball first. The inbound comes in. Sammy Thomas drops it back to Channing Harrington, and we're back with Northland Basketball presented by the Sports Zone. Here's a nice set play that produces early second half points for the Holbrook Roadrunners as they were able to run that. I wish I knew what the name of that play was. It's common. You get that backside screen, and defenders, generally speaking, you can catch them napping on that, and Holbrook runs it to perfection. Bailey Williams with the basket. And Holbrook has scored the first points of the half. A tipped pass on an entry pass to Tatum Moore. Tatum turned and just couldn't quite make that thing go down. It rolled around and then out, and then Holbrook got the rebound. And so with 7:07 on the clock in the third quarter, we bring you back into Northland Basketball presented by the Sports Zone. My name is Floyd Simmons. Thankful for our partnership and our sponsoring partners that help us bring you Northland Basketball. They include White Mountain Regional Medical Center, and they will present, along with the Sports Zone, our Player of the Game award at the end of this one. Holbrook a steal. Channing Harrington spins, throws it up high off the glass. And there was just enough defensive presence right there from Jaylee Boyce to make that a tough shot, and it did not go in. From downtown, Tatum Moore misses. Got her follow, missed that one as well. Tatum misses 3 early shots in the second half after a pretty good first half for Show Low. Now she's going to end up on the ground trying to make a defensive play. We get a Holbrook turnover. So Tatum giving a little chuckle, kind of acknowledging that, I had kind of a tough start in the second half. And we'll see if she can settle in with their Lady Cougars. 20-16, Show Low in front, and a 17-foot jump shot is right on the money for Reese Hatch. Reese has got 5 points for the Lady Cougars. Well, that was a terrific shot. Nothing but net. Show Low back up to that 6-point lead they had coming out to start the quarter. Worked the ball down to the baseline, and a nice up and under move by Channing Harrington, who's really got the complete game, doesn't she? She just can do so many things, and such a sound basketball player technically. And she is now into double figures with 11 Holbrook points. This pass is tipped, and it is tipped off the hand of Jaylee Boyce. So it is the Roadrunners bringing it up, and they'll try to get this thing down to a 1-possession lead here. With a lot of time left in the quarter, a lot of time left in the game. Bailey Williams. And there's Reese Hatch again, making a defensive play to knock that pass away. And the Roadrunners with 21 seconds on the shot clock. There's that Hatch jump shot a moment ago. That gave Show Low a 6-point advantage, but The Roadrunners answered that, and now they'll try to get Show Low's lead trimmed down to 2 points with this possession right here. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Now running out of time. Harrington, and she gets it stolen. Battle for it, dive for it. Look at the effort by these two ladies. And Holbrook has it momentarily in backcourt. There's a big push right there. Man, that was spirited, wasn't it? That was an absolute all-out play by the. Watch these two ladies. First, there's that contact. Now look at it. There's a grab. There's the dive. They're both giving everything they got. Harrington gets the best of it there. Wow, what a Herculean effort by both teams. Okay, shot clock violation. When the ball went back in backcourt on that, the shot clock was still supposed to be running, and then Holbrook got their hands on it, got possession of it, and then time ran out. They had reset the shot clock, but they weren't supposed to. And we've got 4:39 remaining in the third quarter. Well, I like that. I like what that play said about this game. Now, keep it clean, but I think we are going to have an absolute, I don't know, what do you say in a girls' game? You can't say dogfight, right? I mean, if it's a boys' game, dogfight, that kind of term. You don't want to say catfight either, so we won't say that. I don't know, but that pass is stolen. Bailey Williams able to intercept a Show Low pass. Show Low playing man-to-man defense. This one from downtown is no good out there. The shot attempt, Maya Francisco, unable to hit her first second-half shot attempt. And she will provide some really close defense on Jaylee Boyce, who is getting frustrated. And look at this. Uranga Williams able to tip away the dribble, and Holbrook's got another steal right here. The Roadrunners have played some really good defense in the last couple of moments. Harrington, you can see she's tired. And I think Coach wants to get her some rest. He wants to see if he can architect something to get points out of this possession with 15 on the shot clock. When we return from the timeout, it's Northland Basketball presented by the Sports Zone.
Folks, let me tell you, nobody does aggregates like Perkins Aggregates. People, they come up to me and they say, how do they do it? It's simple. They've got the best people, the most professional drivers, and customer service that's absolutely tremendous. I mean, these guys deliver affordable, big, beautiful rock and concrete materials. Everyone's talking about it, so if you want quality, come get a load of this. Call Perkins Aggregates. And if you know anything about me, it's that I'm a winner, and I know winners. And these guys, they're winners.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Show Low Ford. Show Low Ford has the best deals. Not only does Show Low Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Show Low Ford sells the best at the best price. Show Low Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at ShowLowFord.com.
And our thanks goes out to Show Low Ford for their sponsoring partnership with Northland Basketball here at the Sports Zone. Inbound for the Roadrunners. And with 3:39 on the clock in the third quarter, Holbrook is trying to see if they can chop down a little bit on this 22-18 Show Low lead. And a shot clock violation. Nobody checked. I didn't even look. Remember going out to the timeout, there were 15 seconds on the shot clock, and then everybody forgot about it. Hey, look at there's one of our officials. There is Greg Chavez Jr., whose son, Seth Chavez, graduate of Blue Ridge High School, played a little baseball at Eastern Arizona College, played at Kentucky University, eventually drafted by the Major League Baseball Tampa Bay Rays, and he is in that organization now as a minor league baseball player, making his way up the ranks. I believe pitched at the AA level last year, but Seth Chavez is a non-roster invitee into spring training with the Tampa Bay Rays this year. Might make the Major League club. As you see, grandfather to Seth Chavez there behind everybody. That official there, just poking out behind the Roadrunner player. That is Greg Chavez Sr. More affectionately known here at the Sports Zone as Chavez the Gray. Because he's a wizard. The man's a wizard. I mean, to be able to still be calling games and running up and down the floor all these many years later, it takes a wizard, man. 2:45 remaining third quarter, and we've got one other official we'll introduce you to here in just a moment. You get a whistle, and you're going to get a foul here. There's the other one, Tommy Puyama. Tommy Puyama, the other official working this game here, this girls' game at Show Low High School tonight. Great set of officials, and I say that every time. I know it. It's kind of it really is kind of like a broken record how often I heap praise on the officials, but it is all deserved. We have such great officials that serve the athletic community up here in this part of the state. And they still have room for more, so if you would like to become an official, I would certainly reach out to the Arizona Interscholastic Association, talk to an official that you know, or just meet one of these ladies or gentlemen that call these games. But I got to tell you, we just have such good officials. And I encourage you to remind them and to thank them when you get a chance. Thank them for what they do, because, you know, these games can't be played without these officials. They put a lot of time and effort into their craft, into becoming the best officials they can be. And I get to call games all the time. I get to see these people at work all the time. I assure you that even though they miss a call here and there, even though you might once in a while get frustrated on what you see, I assure you, these officials are fantastic across the board in our part of the state, and they really do deserve some appreciation and some acknowledgement from time to time. I highly encourage you. Would you remember to do that from, every once in a while? After a Maya Francisco personal foul, Jordan Boyce is now at the foul line for Show Low, and Jordan unable to make that shot. Show Low was 3 out of 6 from the foul line in the first half, and true to form at a 50% clip, that's 1 for 2. In fact, the 4 times that Show Low's been at the line in the game, they have gone 1 for 2 every time, so they're sitting at 50%, and it is a different lady every time at the line. 4 different ladies have been in the line for Show Low. As you watch Channing Harrington taking a bunch of contact on the way in there. She didn't get the benefit of the whistle, but she did finish with the basket. So with 85 seconds left in the quarter, Show Low's lead is 23-20. And it looks like a timeout. Timeout for the Show Low Cougars. They're going to take a timeout. Stand by. Stand by, everybody. We'll close out the quarter in a moment. Show Low in front by 3. This is Northland Basketball, presented by the Sports Zone.
According to eyewitnesses, the guy went in and didn't come out. That was 2 days ago. His wife is worried. His boss has called. The latest report says he didn't know what hit him. A lazy boy recliner called his name, and that was that. This may be a hostage situation. For the best selection of lazy boy recliners, sofas, and sectionals, head to the Furniture Gallery, where they have furniture so comfortable, it's almost a crime.
Step into the world where every bloom tells a story at the Bloom House Floral Design Shop. From enchanting decor to lifelike artificial florals that stay stunning year-round, we craft magic for your home, your holidays, and your biggest moments. Need a custom arrangement or a centerpiece that wows? We'll design it just for you. No fairy godmother required. The Bloom House, located in Pinetop and Show Low, is where imagination blossoms and every day becomes more beautiful.
Thank you to our sponsoring partners of Northland Basketball. They include the Bloomhouse Floral Design Shop, locations in Show Low and Pinetop. And we want to say thank you as well to Beeman Well Drilling. Beeman Well Drilling. Paul Wyatt and the great people at Beeman Well Drilling are among our partners here at the Sports Zone. And the Roadrunners come up with a steal. Was Channing Harrington on that steal. And Bailey Williams will try to find her back again on the left wing coming down the floor. And that ball is behind Harrington, out of bounds. So the takeaway could have gotten this thing, well, maybe even tied. Holbrook likes to shoot that 3, but Show Low is going to get a chance to build back a little bit more on that 23-20 advantage they hold right now. Under a minute remaining in the third quarter. A runner for Lacey Peter is no good. Fighting for it. And a great rebound It's Reese Hatch outside. Jordan Boyce's shot is going to rim off there, no good. And Bailey Williams has the Holbrook rebound. 43 seconds on the clock in the third quarter, and an air ball goes up from the left side. Francisco could not connect there. And Show Low is back in business in the final seconds of this third period. Left side, Lacey Peter pull-up is no good. Harrington is tripped up, knocked down, and it's out of bounds off of Jaylee Boyce. Those two ladies have gotten mixed up a couple of times. Harrington for Holbrook along with Jaylee out there for the Cougars. Roadrunners able to get the ball across into front court. Drive and whistle. Jamie Bain, number 11 for Holbrook, is on the floor. I believe this is the first time we've seen Jamie today, and she is able to draw that contact there and get to the foul line. And it was Tatum Moore who registers the personal foul. I think it was Tatum. Yeah, it was. Tatum's got her first foul of the game. And Bain sinks a free throw. Uranga Williams and Sammy Thomas are back on the floor for the Roadrunners for the final 17 seconds of the quarter. Jamie Bain dribbles multiple times, pounds the ball into the floor, and then with a very soft touch on the release, makes that foul shot. It's a 1-point game, 10 seconds left in the quarter. And a hand check foul. I believe that's Bailey Williams. No, it wasn't. It's Casey Sosi. Casey Sosi picks up the foul for the Roadrunners. 8 seconds on the clock, inbound on the way for Show Low, and they get it into Tatum Moore. She turns, had plenty of time, but decided for the mid-range jump shot. Show Low got the rebound, 2 seconds, tied up with 1.3 seconds left in the quarter. So we're going to head to the fourth quarter. It's going to be very close. I don't think Holbrook's going to have enough time to get a shot away, and they're not. They're going to let it run out here. The quarter ends. We got the final 8 minutes. Should be spirited on the way here from Show Low High School right after this. Show Low 23, Holbrook 22. This is Northland Basketball, presented by the Sports Zone.
George Strait, Miranda Lambert, and $1,000 cash. With any windshield replacement, you start with 2 delicious dinners at Los Corrales and 2 movie tickets to the WME theaters.
I love you so much.
And this year's big Valentine giveaway is one you'll never forget when you pick up 2 ground floor up close and personal tickets to see the King of Country, George Strait, live in concert. Joined by the incredible Miranda Lambert and $1,000 cash.
Honey, you're the best!
Fix your windshield, get an amazing date night, and maybe win the concert trip of a lifetime. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint today. You know the jingle.
Just call 536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Closing in on 7 o'clock in the evening on the 21st of January in this brand new year, 2026. And you've got Northland Basketball on your radio. Mix 98 KRFM. Show Low, the broadcast home of the Sports Zone. You got Northland Basketball here on the Sports Zone Radio YouTube channel. Show Low taking on Holbrook in this. Show Low is ranked number 4 in the state. Holbrook is number 15 in 3A basketball. Show Low number 8 in the Copper standings. Holbrook not ranked there. And that's that open tournament for the small schools. And a tip out of bounds. The fourth quarter underway here with our broadcast of Northland Basketball. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I'm Floyd Simmons. Jordan Boyce on the baseline. And Jordan's got that soft little jump shot to go. Tough shot to make right there. And with the make, Show Low's back in front by 3. The biggest lead of the game has been 6 points. Show Low held that twice. And then Holbrook got it back down to 1 point a moment ago, and they'll try to see if maybe they can do it again right here. Here, look at Harrington with the steal and the very alert heads-up ball handling into front court, knowing she was on her own facing 4 defenders. She protected the ball well, Eventually goes inside to Angelica Uranga Williams for her first points of the game for the Roadrunners. We are back to a 1-point difference right here. Terrific girls varsity game at Show Low tonight. 25-24 lead for the Cougars. And that pass is going to get tipped and then tied up by the Roadrunners. A pass from Jaylee Boyce into Tatum Moore, and then getting there for the Roadrunners and then getting dinged up a little bit is Casey Sosi. Casey got like a jammed thumb on that play, and she's going to work with it out there and see if she can stay with it for her team. She's working on that thumb. She's in a lot of pain, but doing her best not to show it. We'll see what effect that has on Casey. Uranga Williams puts it on the floor, drives, and gets tied up. Stepping in on defense right there, Jordan Boyce. Helping to give the ball back to the Cougars. Lacey Peter calls out a play. Show Low. And that one goes to the high post. Tatum Moore has it tied up. Both teams doing a real good job at responding to those passes, those entry passes. Either breaking them up, tying them up. We've seen that a lot. And this time it was Holbrook's Sammy Thomas with a good play defensively. And the Roadrunners taking that one back on a jump ball. Do we call it a jump ball, by the way? Am I saying that right? It's tied up. We say that. You tie it up. But, you know, it's old school basketball. It was called a jump ball. And I know we don't do jumps anymore. Just the beginning of the game and the beginning of overtime. That's it. I still call it a jump ball. Everybody knows what I'm talking about, I think, because I get a few complaints about it. But am I using the wrong vernacular? 5:50 remaining in the fourth quarter of this one. Show Low 25, Holbrook 24. Reese Hatch drops a pass back to Jordan Boyce, dribbles it off her foot, but her teammate Lacey Peters there. Pull up left side and a nice jump shot for Jaylee Boyce. Jaylee's got 5 points in the game. Her sister Jordan leads the scoring for Show Low with 8 points so far. On the other side, ball handle right here. Channing Harrington is their high point lady. Channing's got 13 points, pulls up, wants that three, and it's just a little bit off the mark. And Jaylee able to get the Show Low rebound up to Reese Hatch. Drops it back to Boyce, left side. Jordan, now Lacey Peter for three. Lacey has been trying to find a range all night and just has not yet been able to. She'll try and step over there and see if she can get the ball back. Take away the dribble, and she instead is going to get called for a blocking foul. It's our first foul of the game. We haven't had a lot of foul. There's no foul trouble, okay? There is just no foul trouble in this game. I have one lady at 2 personal fouls. There might be one more than that, I think. But I've got Holbrook's Angelica Uranga Williams, 2 personal fouls. And in my book, which might be 1 or 2 fouls off, I've got nobody else with 2 fouls. Drive by Harrington. Shot off the glass is good. Harrington able to get this thing back to a 1-point game. Riley Gaston. Kinsey Frost. Nice shot on the baseline. Some great bench work for Show Low. Gaston off the bench. Frost off the bench. And they worked it very nicely in there. And the little baby hook was good for Kinsey. And Show Low back in front with a 29-26 advantage. Spin. Harrington in the paint. That one's off the front lip of the iron. And 2 shots on the way for Channing. Jordan Boyce has picked up, I think, her first foul of the game. I mean, like I said, no foul trouble anywhere. To go this far into the game, and for the 2 Boyce sisters, we got just a half a quarter left. We play 3.5 quarters of basketball. As tenacious defensively as the Boyce sisters are, how fast and how tough they are on defense, for them to share just 1 personal foul at this point in the entire game is I think, a shocker. It's a shocker because they are very physical in their play. You would expect each of them's got 2 or 3 fouls by now, but again, between the 2 of them, 1 single personal foul As you watch Harrington hit both of those foul shots. Holbrook at the line in the game is 6 out of 8. 6 out of 8 as a team. Looks like now here is some semblance of foul trouble. Semblance of. That's it. With 3:51 remaining in regulation, Uranga Williams for Holbrook picked up her 3rd personal foul. To the low post, Tatum Moore turns and hits the shot. That's I would say, a patented Tatum Moore kind of shot right there. Loves that little thing. That 6 to 8 feet out there, able to. She's taller than most of the opponents she faces, able to elevate and get a clean look at it. And you saw the shot go in. Pull up left side for Holbrook, and Francisco can't hit that one. Riley Gaston will double dribble with the rebound. Riley feels like it was, she protesting a little bit because she thought the ball was kind of knocked out of her hands. See if you can see it. Here's this. Oh yeah. I think the official might have, he clearly missed the little contact on the ball by the Holbrook defender. Timeout taken with 3:17 remaining in regulation. Show Low by 3. It's Northland Basketball presented by the Sports Zone.
When it comes to paint, whether you're looking for interior or exterior paint, Dunn Edwards provides quality solutions to make all your painting projects look professional. And the home of Dunn Edwards in the White Mountains is Ace Hardware in Show Low, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard. Thanks to Dunn Edwards, Ace has the best interior paint for your home or office, and their exterior paint will stand up to the wear and tear of our tough seasonal weather. When it's time to paint, it's time to visit Ace Hardware of the White Mountains for high-quality Dunn Edwards interior and exterior paint and primer.
Have you heard the big news? At White Mountain Regional Medical Center, we are bigger and better than ever. With our newly expanded emergency room facility and capabilities, we are even better equipped to handle your urgent needs with the care and efficiency you deserve. Discover the new standard in healthcare, right in your backyard. Choose White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, where specialized and emergency care are now within reach.
We get a whistle in back courts as you return with us from the timeout. And the 4th personal foul now on Angelica. She's going to have to leave the Holbrook lineup. So with 3 minutes remaining in regulation, tight ball game here. Number 4, Show Low, number 15, Holbrook. The Roadrunners seeing if they can tag Show Low with their first region loss of the year. Show Low comes in tonight, still unbeaten in the region, along with the Snowflake Lobos, setting up a great game coming up soon that we'll be broadcasting here on Northland Basketball. That would be Show Low versus Snowflake. Snowflake, the number 1 ranked team in the state, and they are unbeaten in the region. And Channing Harrington, by the way, now has 3 personal fouls. The Roadrunners puts Kinsey Frost at the line, and Show Low continues to have a little bit of trouble at the line. But if they live up to what they've done so far in the game, Kinsey Frost will make this free throw. All 4 previous times at the line, they have gone 1 for 2. So that means Kinsey will make this free throw. Okay, maybe not. The trend has been broken. Show Low, by the way, is 5 of 11 now. 5 of 11 at the foul line. Here is a pass that gets tipped a bit and tied up. And Show Low is able to take it back, tying it up right there. And the Cougars have a chance to get this out past a full 1 possession lead. They can cash in some points right here. 2.5 remaining in regulation. By the way, thanks for joining us on radio in Northeast Arizona on Mix 98 KRFM Show Low, the broadcast home of the Sports Zone. Holbrook running, and a beautiful pass from Harrington. Give her the assist, and it was, I believe that was Francisco. Maya Francisco for the Roadrunners with the points in transition that make this a 1-point game again. I am listening, as I am near the Holbrook bench, listening to Coach Greg Perkins with his steady infusion of instruction to the floor for his ladies. This would be a big win right here for Holbrook if they can get it. It's right there. It's within grasp. Into the game for Coach Perkins, Jamie Bain. Jamie Bain is checked in, and she will spell Sammy Thomas, who gets a little bit of a rest here for a moment. I would expect to see Sammy back here, I don't know, in a minute or so. And Holbrook wants a timeout. How about this finish right here? Show Low hanging on to a 31-30 lead right here, right now. And we're back in a moment after this timeout. Final seconds of the fourth quarter. Northland Basketball presented by the Sports Zone.
Folks, let me tell you, nobody does aggregates like Perkins Aggregates. People, they come up to me and they say, how do they do it? It's simple. They've got the best people, the most professional drivers, and customer service that's absolutely tremendous. I mean, these guys deliver affordable, big, beautiful rock and concrete materials. Everyone's talking about it, so if you want quality, come get a load of this. Call Perkins Aggregates. And if you know anything about me, it's that I'm a winner, and I know winners. And these guys, they're winners.
You don't have to drive hours for top-notch healthcare. We've got it right here at White Mountain Regional Medical Center's Rural Health Clinic in Springerville. Heart skipping a beat? Our cardiologists have you covered. Achy feet? Our podiatry team's a step ahead. From pulmonology to orthopedics and mental and behavioral health, we treat you, not just the chart. White Mountain Regional Medical Center, empowering a healthier community.
Checking timeouts for you right there. You see it on the screen, everybody. Holbrook's got 3 timeouts remaining. Show Low's got a pair of timeouts, and I would imagine we're going to see those pretty much exhausted by the time this thing is over. Inbound for the Roadrunners. Big old collision there. Bailey Williams with the nice head fake takes it in and able to keep that thing inside the cylinder. And Bailey gives Holbrook their first lead since way back in the first quarter. It is 32-31. Holbrook now in front. 85 seconds left in regulation. Jaylee Boyce. Her pass to Kinsey Frost. Return it. Jaylee now. Jordan with the jump shot, and that's going to be off the mark. From my angle, boy, it looked like it was going right in. Bailey Williams got the Holbrook rebound, and then a timeout. The Roadrunners spend one of their 3 remaining timeouts. Wow, what a great finish we've got cooking up for you right here. An opportunity extraordinaire for the Roadrunners to do something right here. For the Roadrunners to tag Show Low with a loss. It would be their first region loss of the season if it happens. Show Low would drop to 4-1, leaving Snowflake by themselves at the top of the region. And for Holbrook, they would then be 3-2, and they would be all alone in 3rd place in the 3A East region. The teams that followed them in the standings, Alchese came in tonight with a 1-3 record that gave them sole possession of 4th place in the standings right now in the 3A East. Winslow at 1-4 was in 5th place. And then Blue Ridge still waiting for their first region victory at the bottom of the standings in the region. And it's a little surprising because the Blue Ridge team is really pretty good. We're going to get an offensive foul on. Hold on a second. Was that an offensive foul on Show Low? It looked like they said that. And yet it's an inbound for Show Low. I'm confused. Maybe that was Harrington, who just picked up her 4th foul for the Roadrunners. Now she's got to be careful in the final minute 8. Holbrook's got to have her on the floor. They can't afford to lose. Channing Harrington struggle with the ball. Lacey Peter whistled from the bench, and Show Low's got to cash in a timeout with exactly 1 minute remaining in regulation. We'll grab a timeout here. Stand by, everybody. Don't go anywhere. Final minute coming up on this one. A great game at Show Low. Northland Basketball presented by the Sports Zone.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing your best of the White Mountains 2025 Best Propane Company, Owens Energy. In fact, it's their 5th consecutive win in a row. Owens has been proudly serving our community for more than 25 years, supporting local organizations, providing dependable service, and now an official partner of the Sports Zone's Friday Night Football Show. It's all about propane at Owens Energy, a local family-owned business with friendly, reliable service right here in Arizona's White Mountains. Owens Energy, your White Mountains propane provider.
According to eyewitnesses, the guy went in and didn't come out. That was 2 days ago. His wife is worried. His boss has called. The latest report says he didn't know what hit him. A lazy boy recliner called his name, and that was that. This may be a hostage situation. For the best selection of lazy boy recliners, sofas, and sectionals, head to the Furniture Gallery, where they have furniture so comfortable, it's almost a crime.
Back into the action, final 56 seconds, and Angelica Urenga-Williams has fouled out of the game for Holbrook. Now, I want to look at this replay if we've got it, and we'll maybe look at it after the first foul shot here for Kinsey Frost, because initially, anyway, it certainly looked like Angelica got all ball. Now, following that, after contact with the ball, very possible that she got a lot of the arm, the skin, whatever. Watch it right here. Here's the turn. That is all. Okay, there's the arm right there. Yeah. Don't question Chavez de Gray. Do not question him. Hold on a second. What just happened? Got a miss, then a make for Show Low. Tied the game. We're all tied. 32 apiece. Final 56 seconds here in this one. Inbound for Holbrook. They've got a lady. Up the floor. Thomas is fouled by Jordan Boyce. Holbrook was a little bit late getting the ball to Jamie Thomas up the floor because she had steps on the defender. And that little delay in getting the ball down into her hands allowed Jordan Boyce to get back on defense and make that physical play. And the fans are, you can see on the camera, you can see how much the fans are stomping their feet and vibrating the location. Watch it right here. If that ball gets there just a bit sooner, then Thomas is able to get the field goal. And by the way, just did now miss, didn't she? She just missed. The foul shot makes this one to go ahead in the game. It was Sammy Thomas. 1 for 2. Holbrook 33, Show Low 32. 42 seconds remaining. Jaylee Boyce attacking the paint. And a hand check from Holbrook. Will not be a shooting foul. Hold on. Why not? Why not a shooting foul? Yeah, it is. It's got to be. 16 fouls on the Roadrunners. Yeah, now the officials there getting it all collected and getting it all put together right there. Jamie Bain for Holbrook with the foul, and this is Jaylee Boyce at the line. Holbrook, or rather, Show Low has shot under 50% in the game from the foul line. It has been a liability in a game this close. And the first foul shot is off the back iron, no good. Jaylee takes a deep breath. And this one is, again, going to be off the mark. A battle for the rebound. Bailey Williams has it for a moment, and Holbrook calls timeout to protect the possession. The Roadrunners will have one timeout remaining now. Show Low's got one timeout left. We've got 36.7 seconds remaining in this amazing finish going on right here at Hatch Toyota Arena. A lot of fun here. Thanks for being with us, everybody. Between the games, we will end this broadcast after our post-game discussion with our Sports Zone Player of the Game. That's brought to you by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. And it's a tight one. You've got some real contenders on both sides of the ball. You've got on the Holbrook side, I think that one's a little more clear-cut. Channing Harrington has had a 17-point night tonight. And I think also Channing is out there with 4 personal fouls right now in these final seconds to see if she can try to help her team nail down a critical upset win over the highly ranked Show Low Lady Cougars. Oh, they had Harrington running the floor open. Couldn't get it to her. And in backcourt, Show Low's defense, I think, might come through with a play. Well, good heads-up play by Holbrook, able to throw the ball off of one of the defenders to reset for another inbound. Holbrook looking, and they get it into front court, and it is tracked down by Tatum Moore, who gets called for a travel. She grabbed the ball and called timeout immediately without dribbling. She didn't set her feet and stop. I think the official made the right call right there. You needed to grab it, come to a jump stop, and then call timeout. The jump stop, critical at that point. And so Show Low had that golden opportunity, but Holbrook's got it back, and they throw it away. Kinsey Frost steals it, and she is fouled. Bailey Williams gets her in backcourt. And that gives Show Low an opportunity to go to the line, and they have not shot foul free throws well at all in this game. But the lady going to the line right here has a chance to give Show Low the lead with 25.8 seconds remaining. Kinsey is 1 for 3, 1 for 4 at the line in the game. Let's see what she can do for the Cougars. Well, the best she can do right now is tie the game. That one is off the front iron, that first shot. 33-32. Each team a timeout remaining. And we're tied, everybody. And Show Low will take that last timeout right here to discuss what to do defensively and then what to do should they get the ball back here. With time on the clock, there will be no shot clock in this final 25.8 seconds. But you know, the way I have seen teams play, even at the close of a game like this, final seconds of a quarter, it just doesn't seem like anybody really, pays a lot of attention to that idea of play for the final shot. We'll see. Maybe they will, but more often than not, it's, attack the first chance you get. You got a lane, take that opportunity. If you get the open shot, pull the trigger. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know what Coach Perkins is going to do. I do know that he's got a lot of confidence in his shooters. As you take a look at some of our sponsoring partners, including the good people at White Mountain Regional Medical Center. They are going to present the Sports Zone's Player of the Game coming up here in a little bit. On the Holbrook side, Channing Harrington with her 17 points. Looks like a solid favorite to take it if Holbrook can pull out the win. On the other side for the Show Low Lady Cougars, you got some real contenders there. Reese Hatch has had a fantastic game. Tatum Moore, Jordan Boyce also with great games for Show Low so far here tonight. Can somebody make a play at the end? Holbrook will throw it away again into front court. They throw it away, give Show Low the ball back. That was a repeat of the last long throw-in. And it was just simply a bad throw-in. Look, for the Cougars, they're going to get the ball not where it went out in front of the Holbrook bench, but they're going to get it on the baseline under the Holbrook basket that Holbrook is defending. It gives Show Low a tremendous opportunity. Inbound, it's tipped and controlled by Kinsey Frost. Show Low's got it, and 20 seconds left. Cross-court pass, stolen by Channing Harrington. Holbrook up the floor, Harrington is fouled. With 13.7 seconds left, 2 shots on the way for Channing. The whistle belongs to Jaylee Boyce. Those two right there, Jaylee and Channing, have had an extraordinary battle between them today. And is that the culmination right there? Is that it? Is that the high point of that great one-on-one battle that these two young ladies have had in this game? Channing Harrington comes up short on the foul shot. Wow. Well, there's one thing for sure. The two Boyce sisters converging defensively on that play right there you looked at on the replay. They were going to make sure that shot would not go in. And the foul shot is no good. We remain tied. Show Low's got it under 10 seconds left. Dribble is tipped. Show Low gets it across. Kinsey Frost is open. Missed the shot. Kinsey again at the buzzer. We're going to overtime as the shot failed to register. We're tied at 33. What a finish to regulation. Opportunities for Holbrook. They had 2 foul shots. Couldn't make them. Show Low had these 2 opportunities. Couldn't make one of those. And we'll be back in a moment for the overtime period. Stand by, everybody. It's Northland Basketball, presented by the Sports Zone.
Folks, let me tell you, nobody does aggregates like Perkins Aggregates. People, they come up to me and they say, how do they do it? It's simple. They've got the best people, the most professional drivers, and customer service that's absolutely tremendous. I mean, these guys deliver affordable, big, beautiful rock and concrete materials. Everyone's talking about it, so if you want quality, come get a load of this. Call Perkins Aggregates. And if you know anything about me, it's that I'm a winner, and I know winners. And these guys, they're winners.
You don't have to drive hours for top-notch healthcare. We've got it right here at White Mountain Regional Medical Center's Rural Health Clinic in Springerville. Heart skipping a beat? Our cardiologists have you covered. Achy feet? Our podiatry team's a step ahead. From pulmonology to orthopedics and mental and behavioral health, we treat you, not just the chart. White Mountain Regional Medical Center, empowering a healthier community.
Well, it looks like the boys' basketball game tonight here at Show Low is going to be delayed a little bit, everybody. Scheduled to start in 6 minutes, which it wasn't going to happen anyway if this game ended in regulation. And now that we get the overtime frame coming up, 4 minutes put on the clock there. Now that we've got that, looks like, again, a further delay in the boys' start. Tip is batted around, and that is out of bounds off the Cougars. Holbrook's got the basketball here. And the overtime period is underway. Tied at 33, everybody. Northland Basketball, presented by the Sports Zone. Floyd Simmons on the call. Holbrook, possession on the inbound. And here they go. Channing Harrington on the left angle. Man-to-man Show Low defense. The defender on Harrington, Holbrook's best player, is, I guess, the best defender on that Show Low team. Jaylee Boyce. Whistle on the Holbrook penetration. And it is Bailey Williams going to the foul line. Is that Bailey? Well, I cannot tell. Kinsey Frost gets her second foul. That I know. And it's Bailey at the line for the Roadrunners. 44 battling 44 right there. Once again, foul shooting a problem for these two teams. We haven't seen Reese Hatch in a while. She is back on the floor now for Show Low. Somebody made a foul shot. Bailey Williams gives Holbrook a 34-33 advantage. This is Lacey Peter on the dribble for Show Low at the top of the key. Guarded very closely by the Holbrook defender. That's Jamie Bain. Now the drive, and Hatch will miss her shot. Going in for Show Low. Holbrook rebound. The Lady Roadrunners bring it across. Channing Harrington has kind of done everything you could ask her to do for the Roadrunners, and she'll pull up from way out there, and that was partially blocked out there by Jaylee Boyce. Show Low's got a chance to go back in front right here. Jordan Boyce drive, and she is hacked out there. Jordan for 2 shots. Lady on the hack was Jamie Bain. Bain's second personal foul for the Roadrunners. Well, you know how the fouls work, right? The fouls do not carry over from one quarter to the next until you get to overtime. And in overtime, whatever fouls each team had in the fourth quarter, that's what you carry into the overtime period. More trouble at the line for the Cougars. They have really shot miserably in the entire game. But the second half, the fourth quarter, there's another one that just won't go in for Show Low. In the fourth quarter, the Cougars were 2 out of 8 as a team at the line. I mean, you know, if you shoot 6 out of 8, if you shoot 5 out of 8, you win the game in regulation, but couldn't make those shots. Now miss another couple here in overtime. Pull up Bailey Williams, and she is blocked. The shot is blocked out there. That was either Jaylee Boyce or Reese Hatch that got They got the block. Show Low's going to race out of a pack with the ball, attack the baseline, and this ball, an errant pass by Boyce, is picked up by Show Low. Try to get the lead, and it's a Show Low advantage, and they're up by 2 on a Lacey Peter three-point make. Show Low has not made but now 2 threes in the entire game, and that one comes at a huge moment for Show Low. Puts them in front 36-34. Harrington between the defenders. Scoops the shot, no good, and Channing just got away with her 5th foul. She just hacked the rebounder, but the officials were all out of position and couldn't see it. And she kind of knew it. She kind of knew that she committed the foul right there. You could see the guilt as she pulled back up. She got to watch herself. A young lady right there playing with 4 personal fouls, and Coach Perkins cannot afford to lose number 10. Sammy Thomas will check out of Holbrook's lineup for a quick little break, and she is replaced by Casey Sosi. Under 90 seconds remaining here in regulation. Holbrook to try to tie it right here. Let's see if they get a free look at a 3. I'm sure they would take it. Sosi. Back to Bailey Williams. Bailey guarded closely by Reese Hatch. And the ball is tipped away, and Reese Hatch has a steal for Show Low. And Show Low wants a timeout with that 1 possession advantage. They'll take their 1 overtime timeout right here. That'll leave them with no timeouts for the final minute and 5 seconds of this one. So I remind you that we've got the boys varsity game coming up and a break in between them. As soon as this game ends, we'll talk to our player of the game. Then we will end our broadcast, start a whole new one for the boys game. So look for that on the Sports Zone Radio YouTube channel. And if you're listening on the radio locally across the White Mountains, do bear with us between the games. Well, we have to pause for a few moments and then start that brand new broadcast to conclude our activities for the evening here at Show Low High School. Let's see, we've got more Northland basketball coming up on Friday. And if you'll let me pause for a second, I'll let you know where we will be on Friday. I think we're at Chin Lee, right? Yeah, we're going to Chin Lee on Friday. Is it MV at Chin Lee? Does that sound right? Okay, Monument Valley at Chin Lee. So what we did on our Sports Zone Facebook page, we conducted a poll asking our Facebook friends to vote on what game we should cover on Friday. Should we be at Chin Lee or should we be at Ganado? Tuba City at Ganado, Monument Valley at Chin Lee. And we took almost 800 votes, I think. You guys really responded out there. Thank you for that. And 56% of the votes went to Chin Lee. So we're going to be at the Wildcats on Friday night with our next broadcast of Northland basketball. Show Low gets it into Tatum Moore. Tatum is fouled by Bailey Williams. And that'll be 2 shots for Tatum. Big moment right here. Big opportunity for Tatum to erase these foul shooting woes. Now, Tatum hasn't been at the line in this one today, so fresh perspective from the free throw line, and her first shot is right on the money. Tatum's got it, and she leads the scoring for Show Low with 9. Cannot make that one, and it leaves Holbrook a chance to tie this on a 3 if they can, as they get the rebound and bring it up. Channing Harrington guarded closely by Jaylee Boyce. That matchup has been fun to watch tonight. Oh, look at this. Look at Jordan Boyce swooping in there, flying in, and deflecting a pass out of bounds. Holbrook, do they know they've got 15 on the shot clock? Do they know? Remember, they've had a shot clock violation in the game. The Roadrunners won a timeout. 26.3 seconds remaining here in this one. Let's see what kind of activity you guys got going on the live chat. I haven't even looked at that in this one tonight. Let's see if you guys are busy on the live chat. Looks like there's a little bit of action going on there. Okay, looking at a couple of the comments. Let's see here. Hey, let's keep the comments. Let's keep the comments above board, shall we? Let's be friendly. One of the things we like to do at the Sports Zone is we celebrate with the winners. And we don't focus heavily on the negatives or the failures and things. And we love efforts like that right there from Jaylee Boyce. You see that effort? Flying out like Superman, tipped that thing out of bounds. Take another second off the shot clock for the Roadrunners. 25 seconds remaining in overtime. Looking. Ball in. Return to Bailey Williams, and way too much on that. Three-point try, and it's knocked out of bounds by Holbrook, who now have to come up with a defensive play. 21 seconds remaining. Down by 3. Show Low 37, Holbrook 34, and a foul on the inbound. Francisco committing a foul on Tatum Moore. And I would say Tatum probably not the person I would want to send to the foul line. Second foul on Francisco. Holbrook has had one lady foul out of the game. That was Angelica Uranga-Williams. May have been playing for a long time now. As you see the foul shot go in for Tatum and give them a 2-possession lead. And all of a sudden, that is going to wreak havoc with Holbrook's hopes here in the final seconds. Tatum's got 11 points. Inbound, Bailey Williams picks it up. Bailey pulls up for 3, and it's going to rim out there, no good. Rebound, Holbrook's got it for a second, it's loose. Bailey Williams is going to knock it out of bounds. Bailey she came down awkwardly and rolled over the basketball, and she doesn't feel too good right now. Scramble to her feet and try to stay active with the final 9.5 seconds, but now all the Cougars have to do is protect the basketball. They're certainly going to get fouled here immediately. But before any of that can happen, Holbrook will spend their last remaining timeout. You can't take those timeouts home with you. It's been a great finish, and for the Cougars, both teams had their troubles at the foul line, but Show Low in particular just needed much better second half foul shooting and didn't get it. Could have taken care of this thing in regulation, couldn't do that. But they got 3 out of 4 at the line in the final moments of this one by Tatum Moore, and that has been all the difference. Great job by Tatum. 2 ladies in the screen right there. Tatum and Reese Hatch. Wonderful job by these 2 ladies here in the game tonight, contending for the Sports Zone's Player of the Game, presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. We'll announce that here in just a moment. Cougars try and look and get it in. It's into Boyce. She's going to get fouled in backcourt. No, it looks like Holbrook's going to let it play out here. Final seconds right here. And a Show Low victory. How about this one tonight? What a game. At Show Low High School, the Cougars have defeated Holbrook 39-34. Show Low remains unbeaten in the 3A East region. Tied still with Snowflake at the top of the region rankings. And this win here, certainly not going to hurt Holbrook's number 4 ranking in 3A basketball. What a night here at Show Low. Congratulations. And we've got co-players of the game in this one. For the Show Low Cougars, Tatum Moore with that brilliant finish. And we could have given this to another 1 or 2 of those Lady Cougars. Tatum Moore and Reese Hatch for Show Low are going to pick up the Sports Zone's Player of the Game honors tonight. It's White Mountain Regional Medical Center, as always, bringing us the players of the game in this one tonight. They're going to get those great T-shirts here in a moment. We're going to have a chance to speak to them here just seconds from now. So stand by. Got to get them a microphone, which, pardon me, I didn't do earlier. And let's see if we can. Who's going first? Tatum go first? All right, Tatum. Tatum be our first victim here tonight on this one. Tatum, can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Final score in this big broadcast of Northland Basketball at Show Low tonight. The Show Low Lady Cougars have defeated Holbrook in a 3A East Region matchup. Final score 39-34. And we'll talk to a pair of players of the game in this one, presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. First, it is Tatum Moore for Show Low. Tatum, congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
How about this thing, huh? Holbrook battling back, forcing overtime.
Yeah, I love close games. They are so fun.
Yeah, okay. So tell me then about you. How do you feel at the line? Because you were 3 for 4 in overtime at the foul line. That was the difference. That really sealed the victory for the team on a night when your team did not shoot foul shots well all night long. And you did not seem to be fazed by this pressure. Tell me about what it was like out there.
It was, I don't know. I think I strive in pressure. Sometimes I forget things, and Hatch is always the one helping me out and being like, what are you doing? But I really, I feel like it just makes it so much more fun. And our whole team is about grit, and our coach is constantly putting us in these practice, like this situation. And so I feel like we all just kind of knew what to do. So
are you able to just block out everything in those moments? Can you hear the crowd when you're down there and you're playing and it's just going back and forth and all that activity, or are you able to just kind of get in a zone?
I kind of just get in the zone. You can sometimes hear my coach yelling at me, and then I zone back in. But I just love basketball, and it's amazing.
How fun was this one tonight?
So fun.
Yeah?
So much
fun.
And
what does it mean to, again, get a region win against a tough opponent and stay right there at the top, stay tied with Snowflake here tonight? Yeah?
Yeah, it means, it's just so much fun. That's all I can say. It's just so much fun.
Hey, grab this and show it to the folks on the screen there. We got to show them that. Awesome. Pan down a little bit. We got to see all that shirt there. There we go. Beautiful shirt. You're going to love that. Is that your second one?
It is, yes.
Oh, come on now.
Heck yeah.
You got the whole wardrobe going.
You know it.
Congratulations.
Thank
Tatum
you
Moore.
so much.
Tatum Moore right there for Show Low, one of our Sports Zone players of the game. Tatum led the scoring for Show Low. Tatum had 11 points in the game to lead Show Low in scoring and finished so strong. She was 3 for 4 in overtime at the line. Those clutch foul shots got it done for the Cougars. So let's bring on our second co-player of the game here tonight for the Show Low Cougars, who was brilliant on defense all night. Scored 5 points to add to this one for the Show Low Cougars and help them get a victory over Holbrook. It is Reese Hatch joining us now, one of our Sports Zone players of the game. Reese, congratulations.
Thank you.
Tell me about this one. How fun was that win for you guys?
Oh, it was a lot of fun. I think, especially last week after our loss against Chinley, we've gotten some good momentum going and building up, and we just have to keep building, and I think we're on that uphill, so I'm excited.
Okay, so your team, let's take you back a little bit in the game. It was a great back and forth game for most of the first half. Nobody got out to more than a 1-possession lead until Show Low put a 6-0 run together at the end of the first half. When you got that lead, did it enhance the confidence level, or were you guys already still confident at that point?
I mean, we try to come into every game confident, but definitely, it showing on the scoreboard, that definitely helps. And going into half, that always helps us start the third quarter out strong.
It makes the discussion with Coach at halftime better as well, doesn't
it?
Okay, so then let's fast forward toward the end of the game. Holbrook gets their first lead. It comes in the final moments of the fourth quarter, their first lead since the first quarter. You guys gave that up. Was there any loss of confidence? No, you guys still felt it?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I mean, game's not over till the buzzer, final whistle blows, so we just have to keep fighting, and I think we all have that same amount of grit in us to where, we all just agree that the game isn't over till it's over. So.
Yeah, I got it, and your team does have, a lot of grit. This was a very physical, hard-played game, and it was fun to watch. The last thing I would say, Tatum made a reference to communication a while ago, talking about you maybe helping to keep her centered and so on. Tell me about the communication and the cohesion of this team.
I think we all do pretty good at lifting each other up, even if it's just a simple good job or a high five. Our coach really hammers us down on the high fives and picking each other up, especially if she's beating us down, not literally, but
we get it.
Yeah. So I think that's just one of the most important things to us as a team, and we really focus on that.
Huge overtime win helps to keep the the drama alive for an upcoming matchup with Snowflake.
Yes.
That's on the horizon. We can't wait for it. You ready for it?
Oh, I'm so ready.
It's coming.
Yep.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
What a win. There's Reese Hatch, everybody, one of our Sports Zone players of the game in this one, presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. Her and Tatum Moore. Listen, Jaylee Boyce was brilliant. How about the defense and the effort by Jaylee Boyce down the stretch as well for Show Low? I mean, you could have given this award to a number of different players, and those two ladies right there, very deserving for sure for the for the Cougars. Others, by the way, in the scoring column, I mentioned Tatum had 11 points and Reese Hatch had 5 points. Well, Jordan Boyce had 8 points, 5 points in this one tonight for Lacey Peter, 5 points for Jaylee Boyce, 4 points tonight for Kinsey Frost. Kinsey came up big, did so well off the bench and scored those 4 points in that fourth quarter, by the way, under a lot of pressure. What a job by Kinsey Frost. Tiara Paxson had the final point in the game for the Show Low Lady Cougars. On the Holbrook side, well, Channing Harrington, 17 of their 34 points, 50% of their offensive output in this one tonight. 5 points for Maya Francisco. 7 points for Bailey Williams. What a game by Bailey in this one for the Roadrunners. Jamie Bain off the bench with a couple of points. Angelica Urenga Williams with 2 points tonight and a single point for Sammy Thomas. There's your book on the Holbrook Roadrunners. What a game. A lot of fun. Holbrook does drop to a game below 500 in the 3A East region. The Roadrunners are now, I believe, they're 2-3 now. After this one, Show Low remains unbeaten at 5-0. And boy, that is setting up a great upcoming matchup for Show Low and Snowflake. Up next for Show Low, by the way, tomorrow they'll be at St. John's. Then they've got Holbrook again. Go to Holbrook on Friday. Next week it's Winslow, and then back-to-back games versus Snowflake. They'll be at Snowflake on January 30th. We'll see if Show Low can remain unbeaten, because it's going to be hard to imagine anybody is going to tag Snowflake with a region loss before they get a chance to play Show Low on January 30th. What a finish coming up this last half of the region season here in the White Mountains. A lot of fun. I want to say a big thank you to our outstanding production team on this one here tonight, led by our producer, Derek Simmons. What a night. What a night. And the boys game coming up in a little bit. Don't forget that. Our technical director, Noah Anderson. Great job, Noah. And shooting camera up there. Doing a terrific job as always. Big Sean Ulbestad. We be small, but we're mighty here at the Sports Zone. For the entire crew, Lloyd Simmons saying a big thank you for joining us, everybody. Reminding you of the final score of Show Low 39, Holbrook 34 in the girls' varsity game here tonight. And the boys' game is coming up next. So look for it. We'll start a new broadcast on the Sports Zone Radio YouTube channel in a moment. Been a lot of fun. Come back and join us in a moment. Until then, join us for more Northland Basketball from Show Low right after this.